Welcome to Microbrew Gamers, and today we're joined by Zyberblood.
Hello.
For a look into a stout beer. Now, for those of you who don't know what a stout is, it's traditionally a very dark beer, heavier beer, one that has a higher alcohol content, usually 7 to 8%. It's using roasted malt, barley, or hops, yeast, and water. And traditionally, it's stouts are known to be darker beers with higher alcohol content. They used to just be known for being more alcoholic.
Yeah, they were more robust.
Yeah. So today's is a Russian Imperial Stout from the Left Hand Brewing Company called the Wake Up Dead Imperial Stout.
Yes, and it is a 10.2, which is pretty high for a stout.
10.2% alcohol. That's pretty damn good. It also has an IBU of 45, which so it's kind of like mid-range and bitterness.
Yeah, it definitely has a little bit of bitterness on the back end.
Now, for just for those of you that didn't see some of the earlier episodes, just for refreshing, IBUs are International Bitterness Units. They are basically how they determine how beer's bitterness, whether it be a little bit more sweeter, lower IBUs, to higher IBUs, more of a bitter, hoppy taste. So this falls somewhere kind of just low in the middle. Now, the Left Hand Brewing Company is from Longmont, Colorado, and they started about 1994 they opened their doors.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, Longmont, Colorado. And it was started by two buddies that met in college.
Yeah.
One was gifted when he was younger a homebrew kit by his brother, just got into draft beers. And the other one traveled the world tasting beers and got really into beers. And together they started, crafting their own beers and then decided to open up the brewing company, and away it went.
Yeah.
Since then, I think they're one of the 39 largest craft beer makers now. They even export to Europe, Asia, across the U.S.
Their flagship ale is Sawtooth Lager. It's pretty well known out in Colorado and the West Coast, and it's won quite a few awards.
Yeah. Now this one's a Russian Imperial. There's several different stouts: milk stout, Imperial stout. So this is an Imperial stout. The flavor of the beer is really interesting. They've got it flavored with, of course, black licorice, raisin, coffee, and dark chocolate.
Yes.
Which is the reason my buddy Zyberblood is going to be drinking it and not me, because I unfortunately am allergic to chocolate and do not want to go to the hospital.
And, if he did drink it, he'd be the one waking up dead.
With a smile, though. Happy, though.
Yes,
happy.
Yes.
But nonetheless dead. So,
I don't know what your EMS time is here, but...
Oh, we're out in the boonies, dude. It's shit. It's shit. Well, I don't know. They might be good. I don't know. But I'm this far out in the country. They might respond quick. It's going to take a while to get to the hospital, though.
Yeah. All right. So let's hit it.
Yeah, take a sip. I'm going to grab the... Now, the beers, even some of the draft places. Here's a typical growler that we got.
Yep. It's from a supermarket right by me in Latham, New York. And they have a on-tap service at the grocery shop. And I saw this and I was like, sure, why not?
Yeah. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to head out to Colorado, but we're hitting some of the craft beers from the smaller breweries out there. We'd like to take a trip out to Colorado.
Absolutely. This would be one place I'd definitely hit because they have a lot of phenomenal beers on the list that I wouldn't mind trying.
They take their craft beers seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about the flavor, because
All right. Oh man.
Because I'm starting to get the Rick from Rick and Morty thing going. I'm starting to have the drool.
Initially, you get that hit of black licorice,
which was the reason why I like Jägermeister. I love black licorice.
It's like a fizzy Jägermeister. If you added some chocolate hints to it on the second end, followed by a spice and raisin. Almost like
very complex flavor.
Yeah, almost like a raisin and clove. Kind of like an oatmeal cookie at the very back.
That's interesting. That's a very complex flavor for a beer. That is definitely, and that's one of the good hallmarks of craft beers is they tend to take risks and do a lot more complex flavors than just.
Works. That's the thing. This works. It's like sweet up front, then bitter, then sweet again. So
it takes kind of a range and kind of mellows it out. That's good.
It's great. It's delicious. I highly recommend it.
I mean, just yeah.
I just wish you could try it. Absolutely wish you could try it.
I do too. I mean, yeah. This is one of the few times I don't actually get to drink the beer in my own show. You know. But I wanted to do this beer because it just sounded so awesome. And I really, even though I can't drink every type of beer out there, I like to really highlight a lot of beers. And, you know,
right.
Typically a lot of the really dark stouts or some of the really darker beers, they like to kind of give an overtone of chocolate. It's kind of a thing these days in craft beers. Yep. And with my allergy, it kind of limits me on that. So I like to have other people kind of give their input.
Hey, guinea pig for you so you don't get damaged.
Yeah, I'll have to find something else. But I really would like to try their lager, their Sawtooth.
That's one thing that I'm going to look into. Apparently, there's a few beverage centers around me that carry the Sawtooth. So
ooh, we'll have to do that. We'll definitely have to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm thinking. While we're at it, I really would like to do for an upcoming, a future show in the future. I would like to sample a bunch of small brewery. Beers in Germany. Yeah. I'd like to go either to Europe or even a trip to, Colorado. I know craft beers are really big in Vermont, really big in Colorado, and of course...
Seattle's really big with it also.
Yeah, I would love to take a look at Seattle, but I'm hoping to get to Germany sometime and do a craft beer. I mean, they don't really have a lot of, national big breweries. They do a lot of smaller breweries there, which is... Every town kind of has their breweries and everything else, so it's restaurants.
Which that's great. Every town has their own flavor, which is amazing.
Yeah,
that's something right there. That's culture.
Beer is culture, huh?
Exactly.
Beer is culture.
A brew says a lot about a place.
It's kind of like what I like about that newer Dragon Ball, Beerus, the god of destruction. You know how he grades whether or not he's going to destroy your planet and society?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's like well, how if you're a god of destruction, you have to destroy so much so new stuff can be created. What's a good mark for whether your society deserves to get wiped out or not? It's kind of a really hard one. He actually goes by the quality of the food. If you have good food when he goes there, your planet's all cool.
All right.
You have shitty food and drink, bye. So I mean, it's
well. Good thing it's not me, because it'd be titties and beer.
But so that'll be something that we're going to look at in the future is taking a trip over there and sampling some beers from Europe. Maybe we'll hit up a few more countries.
Yeah,
while we're at it.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Anyways, we've got a cool game that we're also taking a look at.
Yes.
On the PS4, it also came out for Xbox One and PC.
Yep. Which
you were so kind to bring over.
Absolutely. I've been following this game ever since it hit beta, and I love the original Prey. So I decided, hey, microbrew, let's hit up Prey and do a beer. So here we are.
That game's hard as shit. We started up and playing it on hard.
Oh my god!
Don't trust any damn thing. The cake is a lie. Those little mimics. You're like, ooh, look what I found. Son of a! It's one of them.
Yep, mimics make you not trust the environment you're in.
They're like doggone Decepticons, those little a-holes.
Yes.
And they're everywhere. They're messing up your day. They're tough to kill, too. They don't...
Oh, yeah.
Even the small, beginning ones don't go down easy at all.
And the modes, they have normal, hard...
Which is hard as hell. Yeah.
Normal is haven't tried it, I jumped right to hard.
And it's hard.
And hard is actually hard. A lot of games today, they placate to you and tell you, hey, it's hard, but it's actually pretty easy.
But of course, for those of you that haven't followed Prey, it's actually a horror survival game. It kind of reminds me of almost like a Bioshock-ish type ambiance,
Yeah, it's like, to me, yes, Bioshock, but I feel more like notes of Doom and like Silent Hill. Yeah, basically you pick your character, male or female style, and basically you wake up and it everything's kind of trashed, and you're in this super secret lab or something, an office building thing, Yeah.
And everything's like trashed, and you're like, you don't have any memories, so you're like, what the is going on? And you're trying to piece it together.
It's an absolute change from the original Prey, which was based on a Native American family that was running a bar, and you get abducted by aliens, and you get to watch people get, torn apart by these aliens. You have to break out. And you use this, like, special dream ability to fight the aliens.
That's kind of interesting, but this one they have, like, the hints that they're
different.
Experimenting on aliens, but,
yes.
They got the hints, but we haven't made it all the way through the game. We got killed a lot.
Yes. Yes, that's my MO right there. If you ever watch me stream, I die a lot.
However, so far, it's really interesting, and they've done it well, and they pieced together the storyline through bits of, like, emails and notes and books, and this mysterious individual that may just be kind of AI or something that's giving you kind of bits and feeding you bits along.
It calls you every now and then and says, hey, you got to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, you might want to take a look at this. You might be angry. But overall, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, it's a really cool game, and if you like the BioShock or original Prey, I think you're definitely going to dig this.
Yeah, they did a real nice job with this new take on the game.
Yeah, so sometimes remakes or takes or going in new directions suck, but this I think this was done really well. So how about we take a look at some of that footage, and we'll delve into more about the game.
Absolutely.
All right, Prost.
Salute.
Welcome to Prey, the game that was just released this May in 2017. Not to be confused with the original Prey from 2006. Now, this rendition was developed by Arcane Studios and published by Bethesda Softworks, and it was released on Microsoft Windows, Xbox One, and PS4. The PS4 version is what we're playing. And this game is more of a spiritual successor to System Shock than the original Prey. It really reminds you of kind of a BioShock atmosphere. And it's not Prey 2, it's not a sequel, it's not a remake, it's kind of... There was a battle with the intellectual property, so it's concept and name pretty much only. But I'll let my buddy here, Zyberblood, go more into that. He was really stoked for this game.
Yeah, I liked the original Prey game when it came out on Xbox 360. It was a Microsoft Xbox exclusive, and yeah, it involved Native American family and aliens. And when I heard that they were coming out with this, I was like, okay, let's see what direction they go. And I started following once they said that beta was open for testing on PC. And from that point on, I was hooked on seeing the development of it.
Yep. In this game, it's a first-person action-adventure, of course, and of course, elements of survival horror. But basically, in this, you play as Morgan Yu. You can either choose a male or a female version. Game doesn't really discern which you are. But basically, you are part of this research team. You go to work for it, and it's actually in a space station, the Talos 1, that orbits Earth and the Moon. Now, basically, there's a hostile alien force called the Typhoon that basically invaded before, and they're trying to basically pick it apart, do experiments, do research, figure out how to defeat this. It's kind of an alternate, dimension universe where,
absolutely,
the President Kennedy was never assassinated in this space race. They really sunk a lot of money into the space race.
Yeah, which
caught their attention.
The whole Kennedy thing caught a bit of controversy by a bunch of the, I hate to say it, but tinfoil hat types.
But I mean, it was kind of cool because Kennedy really did have a thing for the space race. So I mean, it's something that's like you can imagine that would happen. But basically, they're doing this experiment, and you're going through testing and doing the initial testing, which is what you're seeing her start to go into now. We played as a female. But afterwards, you wake up, and the place is in disarray. And you don't really know what happened.
Yep. You wake up in reality.
And boy, those Typhoon that escaped and are ravaging the place, So far, we've come across the mimics, and they are a pain in the arse.
Mimics suck.
Trust nothing.
Yes, you will not walk easily after figuring out that a coffee cup is a mimic.
Oh my god, they're like Decepticons, only worse. Yeah. More a-hole.
Yeah, they like to shove their tentacles down your throat.
Yeah, so basically it's a tough game. We started off playing in hard mode, which is like really, really hard, at least for us.
Yeah, it's one of those games where hard mode is actually hard. I could only imagine what Nightmare's like.
Yeah, so basically, in this, as you can see, we're doing the tests, and she's going through all the tests, making sure suits works, and going through all that. So you can see that they did a good job with the graphics. It's not as pristine, like they're not quite as. They're not like super impressive, but they're good. Like
right, they're not in the styling of the last Fallout.
Yeah, you're not going to walk up to a mirror and see a reflection, and you're not going to see like the ripples and reflection off water. You're not going to see that level, but I don't think for this game you really needed it.
Right. I mean, I see like graphic wise, it's sort of a Mass Effect kind of graphics.
Yeah, I'd say kind of that. Yeah, I'd say probably in that ballpark.
Yeah. And now I have to hide. I'm trying to hide. I'm lifting up a chair trying to hide.
You can't see me.
Exactly.
Pretty much. Yeah, so they're basically in their lab. They're doing their tests. But when you wake up, though, in reality, after your testing, when you wake up, the place is just in disarray. It's basically dilapidated, damaged, and you lose your memory. You don't know what the hell's going on.
Yep. And you have this mysterious character that tries to help you regain your memories.
Well, at least lead you down the right path, which is cool. Let's see. Yeah. Right now we're kind of just going through the tests. So yeah, we just wanted to kind of finish some of the tests in this and show you all what the testing looks like.
Yep. Got to jump over and hit a button, and you're timed. You got like 3 seconds or some crap like that. Talking about how the system's malfunctioning.
Yeah, never a good thing.
Nope. That means aliens. I've seen those movies. That always means aliens.
Means bad stuff.
Or evil computer. Don't knock, Hal.
or from Portal, the cake is a lie. In this game, the cake is a doggone lie. I tell you,
GLaDOS, that lying bitch computer. But then again, it was modeled after a woman that was probably murdered.
Yeah, a little sentience there. You get a little angry.
Yep. Now you have to take a questionnaire.
Oh, yay. Gotta love the questionnaires.
Yep. Just figure out what kind of person you are.
Maybe the game's really just going to take your identity.
Hey. If it wants to, work for me while I collect a paycheck, go for it.
So, yeah, we're going to finish this little questionnaire.
Yep.
It's kind of, in a sense, this is kind of some of these are kind of grim, man. Some of these questions, it's like, hey, look, we're gonna do a test. Yeah, this happened. It's like, what?
Right.
Runaway train.
Yeah.
Push. Oh my god.
I pushed the fat guy. I'm sorry. I chose to push the fat man. Again. Nothing to help the fat man.
Are you sure you don't want to help this guy? I'm sure I'm a jerk, yeah.
Again, I said push the fat man.
Twice. Yes, I'm sure I want to push him. eventually it's going to...
And now you have to guess what the picture is. I said demons. 3 demons. And when I look up, you'll see what demons lie. You see the shadows. Look, it's a mimic.
Oh, those sons of guns. And it looks like you get gassed.
Yeah, they gas you. Now you wake up and...
Play dead, fool. Play dead. Here, we'll gas him. She'll live. Just gas her.
Yeah. Just give her a Dutch oven.
Pretty much. It's terrible. It takes a little while for the person to wake up, doesn't it? Yeah.
Well, you just got gassed.
Rough.
And your eyes will start to open very shortly. Video's gone.
There we are. Now we're waking up. My goodness, I was kind of left it hanging there.
Yeah. Really gassed you.
Look, we're back in a room.
Right? Naked as all. You gotta wonder, she was gassed, so someone had to take her clothes off.
Hopefully it's a staff of nurses.
Yeah, I decided to, take a drink too. I drank that bottle.
Oh yeah, well, after seeing some shit like that, yeah, you're gonna have to start this work. This day 2 will work. We're gonna have to start this one out, right.
Yeah.
Some wine.
And I go into the bathroom and do that stuff.
Same routine, all. And here we go
shower,
again.
Putting the suit back on. Going to work.
Back to work. Or maybe not like we thought before.
Something's different.
Oh yeah, that person looks not like they're feeling too good today.
Yeah, they look a little under the weather.
Yeah, a little more than under the weather. My goodness, they were nice and helpful in fixing your stuff, and now they're mummified. Looks like mummified. Ugh.
Drag the body around a little bit. Why not? Let's see what we can break.
Heck yeah. So you gotta do. You gotta break some stuff.
Can't open it.
Like locked in here. What the heck?
Trying to figure everything out. Never know. It could be something simple. Let's just whack it.
Yeah, just wanted to hit it with an object. Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't work once, try it again. Nope. Nothing.
Nothing, huh? Too bad you can't take the flashlight.
Oh, I know. That would be great. But you actually have one on you, I think.
Oh, I don't know.
Nope. Nothing.
Like, let's out. Let us out.
Here's where I really get into breaking stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's not real. Look at that. It's all fake.
That's some fake crap. I mean, I thought it was a nice little fish tank.
Yeah, same here. I thought it was a nice little fish tank.
Sheep.
Boom. I like how it breaks.
It actually, it's an improvement, man. I hated the freaking flickering. That's an improvement.
Oh, look, reality shifts. It was all Truman Show.
Oh, we're out of what we thought was our room before, but we're still in the lab. It's like, you bastards. Basically, we're going to piece together what happened with emails and videos.
Right.
We're going to search for stuff. So, yeah, we're going to wander around this lab and kind of, it's like, where did everybody go?
Oh, and check Post-its whenever you can.
Yeah, Post-its, Yep. Get your passwords. Allow you to kind of access different things. You'll find key codes, access badges to kind of explore further. All these areas that you didn't have access before, but now that nobody's around to yell at you, hell, do what you want.
Well, you don't know right yet if everybody is gone or not. That's the loveliness of it.
Yeah, we have no... Well, basically you have no clue what's going on.
Right here, I tried to old school hack, but didn't work. I couldn't really make out the lettering on the whiteboard. Or numbering, rather. Right there. Which, I'm sure if I decided to take enough time with it, I could figure it out.
But ADD sets in. I'm like, let's keep going.
I tried a couple times.
Did you hit it with something? Try hitting.
I tried.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I think I tried. Pretty sure I tried. Maybe not.
I don't know.
I like how the whiteboard has a nice drawing of the brain.
See all these sparkly things around the brain, all these like lines? It's your brain on gas. Your day up. Oh, not it either. All right. Yeah, I finally gave up on that one.
Yeah.
All right, let's try to get out of this area. Let's find a way out.
And here we go. Diving in. But not before 2 more drinks.
Of course. After you see some, like, if work starts to look like that and your house is just a hologram, yeah, I'd pop open a couple bottles too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Everything's locked down and warning, and it's like, what's going on over here?
Oh, look at this little hidden wall area.
This place is all kinds of shady, all kinds of shady shit going on.
Elevator doesn't work because it's only a prop.
What the hell's going on? What's going on around here?
Can't even use an emergency phone.
Nothing's working. Son of a gun. At least you got light.
That's another thing. Random pop-ups for items.
Tells you kind of, instead of like a real tutorial, they just kind of pop up every once and say, hey, guess what? If you haven't figured this out, this button does this. Yeah, we now know.
Yeah. It's a little wild how, like, this game traverses little areas, kind of like a little circle maze. There's no prompts of exactly where you have to go. There's a lot of, like, manual checking. And the mimics are coming.
Or are they here already? Who knows? Who knows? Oh, those little buggers. Oh, little bastards. Oh, there's the incoming call from this mysterious January person, the one we were talking about. That calls you, kind of guides you through. Gives you a phone call and kind of gives you a hint.
Yeah.
Knows something, won't really tell you what's going on. But yeah, that's basically, you saw a little glimpse of the mimics, and that's the game in a nutshell. It's kind of have to figure it out, go through. We're not going to give away the whole game, so
right.
Obviously we haven't finished the game either. But this is.
But it gets way more intense.
It gets intense, yeah, especially because those quick. Mimics are hard to hit, hard to kill, and they drain your life quick.
Yeah. Mimics are insanely quick. And look, it was a chair, but now it's a mimic.
Yeah.
And it disappeared. And I think this is the first time I die also in the game.
But yeah, this is basically trust nothing.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the mimics do to you. They kind of turn you into a mummy. So, there he is. There he is.
Almost dead.
Uh-oh. Get him.
Wait. Oh no, it wasn't this. Oh, it wasn't this. It was once I hopped through the lab door area.
Ah, so you survived this to...
Yeah, I survived this one, but died on the next one.
Ah. All right, well, that's Prey. Hope you kind of dig it. Hope you get into it. I would highly recommend it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think they've delivered a good game with this.
Yes.
Well, that was fun. You're getting drunker by the minute.
Yep, every sip.
That stuff went down well. 10.2 is not something we're usually guzzling there.
So far, a pint and a half in me.
And of course, spent a few minutes. Just about piss myself every time a mimic pops out in Prey.
Yeah.
Which a lot of fun, a lot of hard, but it was actually it wasn't really a true sequel or a remake of the original Prey.
Nope, it was a completely new direction with it.
It was loosely based because of a loss of the intellectual rights and somebody else buying it up in an intellectual rights battle, which it found out, which is kind of interesting. So that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat that it can still come out, but it's kind of sad that the game was canceled back in 2014 before basically getting picked back up. Yeah. So that was... There almost wasn't a Prey game.
Yeah, thanks to Bethesda.
Who picked it up, and although they didn't remake the original, or they couldn't do all exactly the same like an exact sequel, they did a really good job with it's kind of a spiritual successor to System Shock, really. It's more like a spiritual successor to System Shock. But definitely a game I'd recommend if you like first-person action adventure, stuff like that, survival horror, anything like BioShock. I'd recommend Prey. I would definitely recommend from advice from him that beer, but in general that brewery, I'd definitely go with that.
Keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Check your local supermarkets, beverage centers.
Yeah, Left Hand Brewery.
Yeah.
Of Left Hand Brewing Company. So I say, good game, good beers. Prost.
Absolutely.